Yeah, the other night in Vegas, I got loaded, Johnny. I shot dice. I lost $1,000.
Oh.
I got even, though. I stole 400 sweet and lows, you know.
Rodney Dangerfield revolutionized stand-up comedy with his machine gun delivery of one-liners that turned everyday rejection into comedy gold. And girls, they don't like my looks either. But the other day, a girl was driving a one-way street. I got down one way. She held back no way. And my mother, too, she never breastfed me. She told me she liked me as a friend. These are Rodney Dangerfield's funniest no-respect jokes ever. No-respect signature one-liners. I tell you, I know I'm ugly. Now, while the guy was mugging me, he took off his mask and made me wear it. Now, I tell you, things happened to me you wouldn't believe. Like the other night, I found a guy's wallet. Inside was a picture of my 2 kids. I tell you, life isn't easy. I tell you, the day I was born, I got no respect. The doctor told my mother I did all I could, but he pulled through anyway. Everything in Rodney's world is a rejection, turning each tiny insult into a fast punchline that keeps escalating. Carson later admitted, Dangerfield's self-deprecation, delivered like a machine gun, created a formula nobody else could match. Today's been a terrible day, terrible day. You know, today's been a terrible day, terrible day. What happened today? I got up this morning, did my push-ups and nude. I didn't see the mousetrap. Man, I can't take the pressure, Johnny. It's bad for my health. How is your health? Now it's time for health. My friend, Dr. Vinnie Boom Buck. Yeah, that's the one. Dr. Vinnie, my health is bad. The 1979 Bad Luck Avalanche builds comedy out of everything falling apart in a single day. Johnny, after the show, said, Rodney made ordinary problems get exaggerated into total doom. Like life, Dangerfield makes Carson lose it itself was heckling him. Carson couch momentum. I'm a bad drinker. A bad drinker, Johnny. I mean, when I drink, I don't know what I'm doing. The next day, I usually wake up in some strange place with a kid with an accent playing with my feet. What happened to you, too? Yeah. Even after the stand-up chunk. He keeps riffing like the interview is just another runway for jokes with the laughs coming from how unstoppable he is once he gets rolling. Neighborhood jokes, tough neighborhood survival. I told you before, I live in a tough neighborhood. You know, just last week, a guy pulled a knife on me. I could see it wasn't a real professional job. There was butter on it. But one day, there was a knock at my front door. I figured play it safe. I opened a peephole. That guy reached in and grabbed me. Every time I close a window, I hit somebody's hands. But the other night, I took the wife and kids out. I figured I'd play it safe. Left all lights on the apartment. Left the radio on. Left a note in the front door notes that I'm inside. Came home that night. I still got robbed. The guy left his own note. He said, I looked all over for you. He sells his city as so brutal that normal daily routines sound like war stories. Rodney made every street detail feel dangerous and ridiculous at the Rodney's marriage is a mess same time. Rodney's marriage is a mess. The truth, my wife and I, we never had we. We gotta undress. We can't stop laughing, you know. I mean, the last time I made love to my wife, it was ridiculous. Nothing was happening. I looked all right. So what's the matter? Can't you think of anyone either? I'll tell you one thing, though. When I have my wife, it's like magic. Soon as I get in bed, she disappears. He turns married life into a constant defeat, where even the basics feel impossible. With the punchlines, working Rodney gets no play because he sounds resigned and shocked simultaneously. No intimacy disasters. I mean, I got no life. I just told you I'm at the age now if I squeeze into a parking place, I'm satisfied. Yeah, but I tell you, before I got married for years, I was, as they say, just a play in a field. Oh, yeah. Or, to be more accurate, I was playing with myself in a field. He frames romance like a disaster zone where he's always a loser. Even when Dangerfield's non-stop joke run, he wins with the laughs coming from how bluntly he admits the humiliation. The non-stop joke run. Your show business. You gotta get the breaks. You gotta get the breaks. Johnny. I would guess so. I never got the breaks. Never. Really? As a kid, I never got the breaks either. Never. This has been following you all your life. You mean I was rough when I was a kid? Yeah, I was a kid. The first time I had my picture taken. The pony threw me. Another one I should have. You got to try them out of town, right? Can't bring them in. Take them on a road to you. Take them on a road. You got to break them in. You ever get the feeling you wasted your whole life? I don't know. It's not easy. I got no respect the day I was born. Really? No respect. The doctor picked me up and smacked me. I found out the nurse. You got a few in too. You know, this 1974 stretch has him barely taking a breath with jokes, feeling like they're chasing each other, while he stacks quick setups into constant payoffs without his wife can't cook ever changing his persona. Wife can't cook stories. My wife can't do nothing right. She can't cook. The worst cook in the world. Gave my kid alphabet soup. We spelled out help. She's a lousy cook, too. She can't cook at all. I leave dental force in the kitchen. The roaches hang themselves. Tell you, my wife, she can't cook either. My house, we pray after we eat. What a lousy cook. I don't think meatloaf should glow in the dark. I mean, if she can't cook at all in my backyard, the flies chipped in to fix the screen door. Food becomes a life or death event, and the household reacts like it's normal, with the joke staying strong, because they're simple, visual, and instantly car and driver jokes relatable. Car and driver jokes. My wife just got her license to drive. And I'll tell you, since my wife is driving, she now has two men in her life, me and a buddy and fender man. And I'll tell you, my wife isn't too smart. You know, when I went out, some guy stole the car. I took you to see what he looked like. She told me she's got the license plate number. Driving turns into a perfect setup for bad luck, dumb decisions, and nonstop blame. With the humor being how he makes one quick detail feel like a full kids and parenting mistakes catastrophe. Kids and parenting mistakes. And my kids, they don't help either. The other day I told my kid, I said, someday you'll have children of your own. He said, so are you? Smart kid I got. The other day I told him about the birds and the bees. He told me about my wife and a butcher. Tell you, I can't relax. My kid drives me nuts. The other day I told him, I says, you're young. You don't have it upstairs. He told me I'm old. Well, let her have it downstairs. I tell you, I can't take it no more. But this afternoon, I slipped to my little girl. I says, when you grow up, what do you want to be? And she looked at my wife. She said, single. He treats his own kids like the harshest critics on earth, with the punchlines landing because he plays the dad role as powerless and outnumbered. The no respect at home angle makes parenting another battlefield, as Rodney can't win Dangerfield's dad bit against his own children. Dangerfield's dad bit. My old man, he didn't help at all. My old man, we use a play tag, and he'd drive. I mean, I had a rough. I told my old man, I'm sick and tired of running around in circles. He got mad. He nailed down my other foot. My old man, he didn't help either. The time I was kidnapped, they sent back a piece of my finger. He said he wanted more proof. My old man told me Mickey Mouse died in a cancer experiment. My old man, he didn't help either. Kept taking me to the zoo. He said he was hoping my real parents would claim me. His dad is portrayed as cold, unimpressed, and somehow funnier than Rodney's own pain with the jokes working, because the father reactions are always brutally simple. The old man character represents another source of no respect, as even Rodney's own father rejects him, creating generational comedy where parental love gets replaced with brutal doctor and health jokes honesty, doctor jokes, and health humiliation. I was talking to my doctor. You know my doctor, Dr. Vinny Bumbot. You know my doctor? Well, he told me last week in his office he got 6 cases of ED. I mean, he's all right now, you know. He told me to run 5 miles a day for 2 weeks. I called him up. I said, Doc, I'm 70 miles from my house. He treats every medical visit like the doctor is insulting him for sport, with a comedy being a mix of desperation and instant comeback lines as health problems become another avenue for the pet one-liners rejection. The pet one-liners. I mean, last week was rough. Are you kidding? Last week I looked at my family tree. 2 dogs were using it. Tell you, it's tough to stay married to my wife. How do you think I feel? If you kiss a dog on the lips and she won't drink from my glass, I pay. I'm sorry. I was a little late getting here tonight. You know my dog. He started trouble again. I mean, I got a dog. He tries to run the whole house. But the other night, he started trouble. Coming over the front door, he started to bark. I went over. I opened the front door. The dog didn't want to go out. He wanted me to leave. My dog, too. She gives me trouble. Your dog? Yeah. I got a female dog. You know, I tried to am her. She wants 50 biscuits. He uses pets as another way to show he's losing at life, even in his own house, with the laughs coming from how he makes the dog sound smarter and more respected than him. The pet jokes expand in no respect universe, as even animals reject Rodney, while losing at life becomes a theme, as pets represent another arena where Rodney can't succeed. Even in his own house emphasizes the totality of his defeat, since home should be his sanctuary. The dog sounding smarter flips the hierarchy, as animals display more intelligence than Rodney. While the more respected angle means the dog gets treatment, Rodney doesn't. The humor works because pet owners recognize the dynamic while making it absurdly extreme. The psychiatrist and therapy sketch. I'll tell you, doctor, be happy in life. You gotta have the right woman. I had a great girl once. She was wonderful, beautiful, bright. I loved her. She was great. I left her for my wife and kids. And my wife, she's a beauty. I told her I was seeing a psychiatrist. She told me she was seeing a psychiatrist, a bartender, and 2 plumbers. I'll tell you, dumb. I'm like the rest of men in my family. They weren't smart. They were dumb. He turns therapy into another place where he can't win and can't be taken seriously, with the humor being the serious setting, getting crushed by nonstop Rodney logic. As the Bill Murray bit showcases this perfectly. The therapy jokes represent peak no respect, as even mental health professionals dismiss Rodney's pain, while turning therapy into another loss means Dangerfield can't find help anywhere, as the place designed for healing becomes another rejection zone. Weight loss and weight loss jokes, dieting disasters. I tell you folks with me, nothing comes easy. You know, I can't lose any weight. I tried jogging. I keep running into restaurants. I tell you with me, nothing works out. You know, I'm still heavy. I can't lose any weight. Now, last week, I went nuts. I tried the rice diet. Between meals, kept folding my shirts. I tell you, I'm a little upset myself lately. My wife keeps bothering me. I'm putting on weight, you know, and she keeps coming up with new diets all the time. Well, one week she put me on a grapefruit diet. Yeah, for 7 days, I had 10 grapefruits a day. It ended up I lost 4 pounds. I got a citrus rash. He makes dieting sound impossible because life keeps steering him straight into food and temptation with the punchlines hitting, because he turns shame into something casual, and fast as weight becomes another no-respect arena. The dieting jokes tap into universal struggle, as Rodney's weight loss failures resonate with everyone who's tried dieting, while life steering him toward food suggests the universe conspires against his diet, as Rodney can't avoid temptation no matter how hard he tries. The straight into food angle means Rodney lacks agency, as external forces sabotage his efforts while temptation becomes inevitable. As Rodney's environment works against his goals, punchlines hitting hard come from the relatability, as audiences recognize their own diet failures in Rodney's jokes, while turning shame casual diffuses the emotion as Rodney refuses to wallow, making weight loss failure just another Tuesday. The fast delivery prevents dwelling as Rodney moves through diet disasters at machine gun pace, while weight as another no-respect arena expands the universe, as even his own body rejects him. The casual treatment of shame shows Rodney's coping mechanism, as humor replaces self-pity. Audiences appreciate the honesty as Rodney admits what others hide about weight struggles. The impossibility framing excuses failure, as Rodney positions himself as victim of circumstance rather than personal weakness. Food and temptation becoming enemies personifies the struggle, as Rodney battles forces beyond his control.